First and 10 with Foz, Chicago Bears in the midst. Rapping about football, no room for politics. From the Windy City, we bring the fire. This podcast hot, raising the bar higher. Touchdown after touchdown, we never settle for less. Breaking it down with Foz, we always bring our best. First and 10 with Foz, dance in the crowd, cheering loud and proud. Our spirits never bow. We rep that navy, blue and orange, no room for doubt. Chicago Bears legendary, no team can knock us out.
When I'm in Chicago, always the vibe.
Analyzing plays, stats on full display. Hitting hard like a linebacker, making our way. Foz leading the charge, taking us to the top. Chicago Bears legacy, we can never stop.
It's Foz Tuesday, baby. Welcome to First and 10 with Foz, episode 66. Proudly streaming on Chicago Bears Fan Forever Facebook page, and of course the First and 10 with Foz YouTube. When you guys get a sec, if you want to go over to both and give it a little like, a little subscribe, never hurts anybody, and I appreciate it, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you always sponsored by my favorite home away from home, where I like to drink my beers, and Oktoberfest season's coming up. Bedrock's Bar and Grill, baby, in Short and Romeoville.
Pizza, the place to be. Hard rock tunes and craft beers for the crowd is roaring, the atmosphere's hot. We'll party hard, give it all we've got. This place is our sanctuary. Shout it aloud, let the music play. Bedrock's Pizza, we're here to stay. Good times and memories never be far. Under the neon lights, we're all stars.
All right, we'll get into the Bills and the Bears game and talk about the Chiefs a little bit. But, of course, we have opening week, Monday Night Football with the Vikings coming up here in a few weeks. And, of course, First and 10 is going to be out there doing it like we always do. Monday night game starting at 11 a.m. tailgate, Maxwell, the good 8-hour tailgate. No one's ever died before in an 8-hour tailgate before. So make sure you guys come on down. Wristbands are going to be $35 and include all you can eat, all you can drink. Full open bar, DJ, all the fixins, all the fun.
It's a hell of a deal. 8 hours of drinking for $35. They better reconsider that.
In the city of Chicago?
They need to reconsider that immediately.
I think in Wrigleyville, like in Old Style, it's like $35 for a beer, right?
It's not totally false.
Yeah. If you find a better deal somewhere else, let me know, because I don't think it's going to happen. And then just announced the annual Fat Veterans Tailgate will be this year at the McKinley Hall. Billy Defense Guys Families Hall. Him and his wife Janelle always put on a good time for the Veterans Tailgate. Come, bring food, donate towards the Legion. Everything gets put towards the veterans. I think it's our 4th year in a row, almost doing it now. So always a good time. Make sure you guys head out to the Veterans Tailgate this year. That'll be for the Raiders game. Maxwell, how are we doing this week, sir?
A lot better after that first drive of the Bears game.
Still rock hard. Absolutely. Before we get into that, not much Bears news going on there, except we are getting time for roster cuts, my friend. The 53-man roster is coming up.
Sure.
Some of the names I've heard being thrown around, Maxwell, you chime in if you heard any, but Tyler Scott, wide receiver Tyler Scott's being thrown around. Roschon Johnson was one of the surprising ones.
I'd be surprised with that.
Yeah, I'd be surprised about that too. Zach Pickens and Kareem Amagaji too. So
Tyler Scott has never shown up ever.
That's a deep wide receiver room, man. That's a deep wide receiver room.
And you've got a regime that just came in that has no loyalty to him.
Yeah.
So if he's not going to show, he did have some catches this game, a touchdown.
He's had a decent preseason so far. He's had some plays.
Again, he's the guy with the speed, and you just hope he would pop, and he just really hasn't. Maybe that was the last coaching scheme or coaching group. Who the hell knows?
When we drafted him, he was going to be your third man out right away, and then he kind of just disappeared.
Yeah, just made mistakes and never really showed up, or didn't even dress a lot of games. Amagaji, another one that they just again, a new coaching staff that had no prior knowledge of him, and the game he did play last year, they didn't do him any favors, but he got completely boat raced for the whole game. Zach Pickens also really is just not shown up at all. I mean, so you brought in guys, You've got a coaching staff here, a fresh coaching staff with fresh eyes.
Yeah.
So if these guys aren't going to pop and they're not showing up, and, Dominique Robinson, another one.
Yeah.
Every year he's a Hall of Famer at the at to be talked about during preseason, and we just never ever hear about him ever again during the regular season. So it doesn't surprise me those names are on there. Roshan would really surprise me, considering who your number one running back is. That would surprise me.
Yeah. Roshan was the one I was majorly surprised about hearing his name being thrown around. I think the number one person everyone's pulling for, if I even need to say his name, is Mr. Ian Wheeler.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I think everyone's pulling for that kid, especially after seeing his heartfelt story on the Hard Knocks last year.
Sure. Him
going out and blowing out his knees, come back, and he's had a strong preseason so far, dude.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the main reasons I think Roshan's name is being thrown around.
It could be.
So
it could be.
Really hoping to see Ian Wheeler make that 53-man roster, but
or at least get the practice squad.
Something.
Because then they did draft that kid in the 7th round, Kyle Manangi.
Yeah.
So
who's also had a great season.
So
training camp too.
It would be tough to stash him on the practice squad. So Ian Wheeler, I would love to see him make it. It would be a really nice story.
Yeah. There's my baby bear, Andy. What's going on, buddy? What's going on, sir? We're gonna need a lot of ice. Thanks for watching, as always, Andy. We love you, buddy. That Bills Bears game, man, I don't care. I was super excited. Everyone's like, whoa, the Bears, they put a third string defense up. Sure. I don't care.
Sure.
That was the opening drive of every Bears fan's dream and hopes that we've had for the last 3 years with this new regime and the rebuilding we've been doing, dude. And I think as soon as we drafted Colston Loveland, the first thing that came to everyone's mind is like, you have Cole Kmet, now you have that 2 tight end set.
Sure.
And you saw what that looked like that first drive, my friend.
Absolutely. It looked great.
Who do you cover? What do you do? Who's blocking?
Loveland,
who's going? Yeah.
Loveland with that speed could, he's more of a wide receiver almost than a tight end. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I mean, I get the preambles of it's a preseason, but it looked efficient. It looked good. It was smooth. It was clean. Caleb was quickly making decisions, quickly ripping throws. That's what we didn't see a lot of last year with him.
Offensive line, comfortable in the pocket, rushing.
Yeah. We all know it's the preseason. We all know Buffalo wasn't playing their starters. We all know that. But they came out and they bump slayed. They looked good. They looked efficient. They looked like an NFL offense. That's what you need to do. That's what you should be doing. How would you feel if it came out and they looked bad?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
exactly.
You feel like crap. So what do you want? So it looked great to me. I thought it looked fantastic. It's like, holy shit, who is this?
I've watched it a few times over the last few times.
I've watched it 3 times.
3 times. Yeah, man, I think it's a big morale boost for that team, especially the people who were on the team last year. I mean, it's nice to see something come together as well as that, all the starters together coming out the first time Caleb's behind the ball during a game time scenario, and that result at the end, dude. I mean, almost 100 yards right down the field immediately in a couple minutes. Dude.
Fast. It went fast.
Yeah, dude, it was awesome, man. Also, I'm hoping to see a lot more of that in the regular season.
Me too. It gives me hope. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, well, the Bears continued to score the rest of the game as Tyson Bagent came in, and the rest of the backups, who also did a phenomenal job, ended up shutting out the Bills 38-0, man. I mean, I think that's an accomplishment in itself. I mean, preseason or not, dude, I mean, stopping a team from scoring any points whatsoever through 4 quarters.
Absolutely.
In the NFL nowadays.
Especially, definitely in preseason when you've got guys. Yeah, okay, fine. They didn't put a lot of their stars out there, but you got fringe guys trying to make the team as hard as they can. So, on both sides of the ball. So, I mean, Buffalo's guys aren't just going out there saying, the hell with it. So,
oh, no, dude, especially on their offense, man. I mean, those receivers, with the Buffalo Bills, we talked about it on the pregame last week. I mean, they don't have any humongous, big-name, high-paid receivers out there. I mean, any of those guys running great routes and making a name could be on the active roster and could be a Josh Allen target at any time.
Sure.
Yeah, dude, super happy with the outcome, and even though it's preseason, it's still great to see.
Better than the opposite, yeah.
The Bears finish off the preseason this Friday under Friday Night Lights versus KC. But before we get to that, we have a very special guest in the house tonight. Been happy to have her on the show. Been looking forward to her here for all week. Miss Heidi Zimmerman from the Chicago Bears Girls podcast out of Mexico City. Welcome to the show, Heidi.
Hello. So happy to be here. Thank you so much.
So happy to have you. Let's get into it, sister. I absolutely love having fans, especially from different areas, different countries in this case. How did you become a Bears fan out of Mexico City? Do you have ties to Chicago, family, friends, things of that nature?
None whatsoever. My story is quite different. And long story short, my dad was a big football fan. He was a Redskins fan.
Okay.
And I was like her boy. I was always with him. So I was the only one. We're three daughters. He had three daughters. So,
three daddy's girls?
Yes. But I was the only one that watched the games with him. So I started liking the game. He taught me a lot. And he nicknamed me also is Bear in
yes.
So he when I realized, I was very, very young, but I realized there was a football team with my name because I was an also, and said, this is my team, and that's it. I became a fan a long time ago.
Very cool. So what's some of the memories you have with your dad watching the game back in the day? Did you guys watch Bears games together, things of that nature, or was strictly Redskins?
No, not even Redskins. In Mexico, you can watch the games you wanted to watch. You could only watch the games that were streamed in Mexico, which were, Dallas Cowboys, Steelers, Raiders, so and maybe Eagles. Those are in my memory. So
Sure.
sometimes we just listen to the games on radio.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
I'm old. Yes.
No. I enjoy baseball games on radio, so nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah, but I don't know, being in Mexico, the only radio station that streamed games in English was Radio VIP. And I don't think I understood half, but I was there with my dad because I love how he screamed for 3 hours or 4 hours, 2 hours, whatever. But he was very expressive. And then when we watched on TV, whenever we could watch either Bears or Redskins games, it was crazy.
No, that's very cool. I think we have a mutual friend in the house, Mr. Alejandro. How are you doing tonight, sir? Bear down, sir. Nice to see you in the house.
So then, Heidi, when did you make the jump then to just be full-on Chicago Bears fan?
Excuse me?
Yeah, when did you just become full-on Chicago Bears, or for me, and that's it?
Must be 85, of course.
That's a good time. That's a good time.
And it was a long time ago. So, 85, that's when I started following them more close.
Was the Super Bowl shuffle a big thing down in Mexico City? I know
Yes.
The Super Bowl shuffle kind of took the whole world ride. And I feel like every time I talk to another Bears fan from a different area, a different country, everyone knows about the Super Bowl shuffle.
Yes. And surprisingly, it was everywhere in Mexican TV, in every channel, everywhere. So, yes.
Very
was
cool.
Big.
We were only 2 years old, unfortunately, during the Super Bowl shuffle.
Yes.
So we only get to watch the reruns and hear
I
about how
was
great
17.
it was.
Although I would have loved to have heard it in dub Spanish.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl shuffle.
We got to find that. For sure.
No, it's not in this. No, there's
I'm
no
just kidding.
Spanish version.
So Heidi, obviously being a Bears fan from the 80s, do you lean towards still a lot of the Bears members from the 85 Bears? Is that some of your favorite players so far? Or who's your favorite player of all time?
Everybody's favorite player, Sweetness.
Walter Payton, of course.
Walter Payton. But I also like Mike Singletary. I love Mike Singletary.
There we go, Samurai Mike.
Yeah, Samurai Mike. And I had the opportunity to watch them parade in a game back in 2005.
Okay,
at Soldier Field. All but of course, Walter Payton, they paraded at that game.
Yeah, he died shortly before that, I believe, correct?
Yes.
2003, 2002.
I think so, yeah.
2004, I guess.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so it was great to see them just parade.
Give them a little memorial and everything. Yeah.
Yes.
So how many times do you travel to Chicago to see Bears games? When the last time you were here? Do you have plans coming in the future at all?
Not as often as I would like, but because it's too expensive. But I was there back in 2023, and then this hurricane hit us because I lived back then in Acapulco, in the Pacific coast of Mexico. And then everything went to hell. So I'm starting again. I may have the opportunity to go this year, but at least I want to go once a year.
Yeah, you better hitch a ride with Loki and Alejandro and get your butt up here to Chicago.
Yes, that's the idea.
We'll be doing it fun for the Steelers game. I think they're coming for in November. So
yes,
we'd absolutely love to have you up and host you and have a good time at First and 10 tailgating. I know Loki and Alejandro are making plans, and we're going to be bringing a ton of merchandise and fun stuff up that you can only get in Mexico. So anyone who is coming to the tailgates this year, make sure you're at the Steelers game because you're going to get some one-of-the-kind merchandise that you can't get anywhere else. So that's pretty cool. So do you have a traditional game day method, like Bears days or something you do, something you wear? Do you have a tradition that you do during Bears games, watching them?
I don't because, I do. I change every time.
Okay, let's get into that a little bit more.
What
do we change you into? Different shirts every quarter?
I wear different jerseys or even Bears underwear, but it depends on the luck we have that day. So I have to change a lot. As you can see.
Shit, we're losing. I got to change my hat. This ain't the shirt for today. The last couple of years, you must have gone through a ton of outfits.
Yeah. Yes, a ton. I have to repeat some. But now with Alejandro, he with the T-shirts of the Midway, I can have a lot of T-shirts.
He'll keep you clothed for the rest of your life, I believe, with all of his stuff going on.
Exactly. And just have some beer and some snacks. I cook, so I always have food.
There we go. Do you guys go anywhere special? Is there a place you guys all meet up, like a bar or a restaurant or anywhere where Bears fans get together? And then is there a ton of Bears fans out there you hang out with in Mexico City?
Maybe not a ton, but yeah, there are many. And we have two bars, one in the north side of the city and another on the south. I go to the south with Alejandro. I go with Alejandro wherever he goes because he drives.
Even better. You got your DD. Alejandro's the DD.
Yes. So, yes, we do have a bar. Sometimes I can't go because I work on weekends, most weekends. But whenever I can, we have a bar, and we've been there. You can see us there we can be around 8 people to maybe one day there were 45 or 50 of us.
Oh, nice. You're converting Bears fans down there, getting everyone into the football?
Yes. And this is Mexico City, and we have the people that watch in Monterrey or Guadalajara, different cities.
Very cool.
How popular is it getting as a whole, just the sport as a whole in Mexico?
Very popular. Yeah. Very. Mm-hmm.
Because all that international gaming they're doing now, they're traveling to different cities.
Maybe
they're televising a lot more to different countries, things of that nature. It's about time, too. Do they make you guys pay for 50 different stations to watch the games like we do, or how does that work?
We pay for Game Pass or Sunday NFL Sunday Ticket, and as games in Mexico, I think they're coming back maybe next year.
Very cool.
I don't know. No, I don't know because the next year we have the FIFA Cup, the World Cup.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a huge deal.
Yes, but games to go and watch a game here in Mexico, sometimes I feel it's more expensive than for me to go to Chicago or somewhere else. So I'd rather go to Chicago.
Oh man, they must be capitalizing on that travel event down there. That's for sure.
I can cross Mexico City off as a place I'll go see a game at. Wow.
So, Heidi, with our recent Bears over the last few years, how are you feeling about this season coming up? You think the Bears are on the right track? Do you like what you saw during the Bills game? Where are you at with our Bears right now?
Of course, I know it's preseason, but I loved Sunday's game. I loved it because starters played, and well, everybody knows we had a great game, and starters played good. Well, I don't know. Every offseason, Chicago Bears are the draft winners and offseason winners. Every time. I don't know
Yes,
why.
ma'am. Yes,
But
ma'am.
this time feels different. I don't know. This time feels different because everything on paper looks great. And what we saw on Sunday, it was good. And one thing I know, we have depth. And not,
Yes, we
not
do. Yes, we
yeah,
do, ma'am.
not every team has depth, starting from the Bills, as you can see. So I'm very excited and I'm optimistic. I'm gonna be cautious.
So are we, sweetie. I got to keep my feelings intact. I don't think I can.
Yes.
Yeah, I think a
But
couple.
I think we all three agree. It seems like we have a head coach that actually is an NFL head coach.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. 100%.
And maybe that's part of the excitement.
That's
Yeah,
weird.
did you see his face? He was all the time like this.
Oh yeah, yeah, no doubt.
I'll take it, man. I'll take it. Instead of
Yes,
just sitting
me
there
too.
wondering about what happened in my life.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
The old Eberflus staring off into space about where it went wrong. So, Heidi, on top of being a Bears fan in Mexico City, you also have a fun little project that you're involved with, the Chicago Bears Girls podcast. And I think you're repping one of the cool shirts right now. You want to show that off? There we
Yes.
go. Very
Here it
cool. I
is.
need to get my hand on one of those. You better be sending me one with Alejandro and Loki.
Oh yes, I will. Actually,
You heard it. It's
Alejandro,
Facebook official right now.
he's gonna print it for you. So, yes, I
So
will
why don't
send
we
it.
talk about that, Heidi? Why don't you talk about the girls that you started that with, how you got involved with that, and then what you guys do and how you spread the word in regard to your podcast?
Oh yes. Well, we started 3 years ago. We have this like we call them our Papa Bear. It's the name of this channel is Fanaticosos. They started before, and they are only men. They asked us, hey, why don't you start a podcast with women only? And then we said, yeah. And there's 3 of us. That's it.
I love it. I love it. I
There
love
are
women.
many groups of women that have shows and podcasts in Spanish in Mexico, but we are focused only on the Bears. And we started 3 years ago. One of my co-hosts' name is Nasle. She lives in Chicago, and she's a commentator for a Spanish-speaking radio station.
Oh,
And
very cool.
yes. I don't know if she's going to stay there, but she has been there for these 2 preseason games. And
Awesome.
my other co-host name is Almis, and she lives in California. So we started this, and we have a lot of fun. We don't talk especially about Bears football,
Sure.
not only football. We talk about many topics, and we do some shows in English too, mostly in Spanish. But we have had many guests that are English speaking. We recently had Dave Swirsky. It was
very cool. Yeah, I had
Yeah,
Dave Swirsky. He's the best, man. He's so funny.
yes, he's the best, and that was amazing. And we had Larry Borum's mom, of
Oh,
course,
very cool.
a long time ago, and John Buffon, and it has been very, very interesting. And we talk about a lot. We talk about media. We talk about psychology. We talk about injuries.
I
and,
love it.
And football.
Hey, if you want to give me the privilege, I'll be more than happy to come on and shoot the crap with you girls, and we can talk some football. How's that sound?
Of course, we would gladly do so.
Very cool. Very
Thank
cool. Where do I want to go now? I got some questions mapped out for you here. Looking back at the history of being a Bears fan, obviously 85 was our glory days. Besides the Super Bowl year of 2006, what was the most depressing, sad game that you can remember dealing with in recent history?
Recent?
Well,
Pick one.
Pick one
from last year.
You can pick. There's 17 games to choose from last year. No.
Memorable games, of course, are always the ones that we win. Last year, I loved
Those
the
are distant
Jaguars.
memory games. So I'm just,
Exactly, but
hopefully
I
not
loved
distant this year though.
the Jaguars game, for example, that was across the pond. That was
Yes.
nice. And not so recent, but Devin Hester's return kick at the Super Bowl.
See, you're being too happy. I was trying to go gloomy here. I was trying to go depressing here.
I'm not gloomy.
And you had
I'm
to
not
turn
gloomy.
around and get positive on me. I see how it is.
I always find something positive everywhere.
I love
Sometimes
it.
I cry, but nobody knows. Don't tell anybody.
I absolutely love it. So Heidi, where do you guys do the podcast at for the Bears? I mean, are you guys on Facebook, YouTube, Spotify? Where can we find the Chicago Bears Girl podcast?
We are on Instagram and Twitter, and then we put the links there, mostly on YouTube and Facebook. Live.
Very cool. I love it.
Sometimes we go live, and sometimes we ¿cómo se dice?
You pre-record it and do it ahead of time.
Yes.
See, I knew what you were saying. I speak Spanish too. I just didn't want to give it away. I just didn't want to start speaking Spanish.
That's great.
I don't speak Spanish for shit, Heidi. I can't speak nothing.
Oh my! Sometimes I'm thinking in Spanish and then translating at the same time, so I get mixed up. Sorry.
Hey, I always respect anyone who is multi-language. I don't understand how you do it. Took many years of Spanish in high school. Don't remember any of it. Don't use any of it. So always appreciate bilingualness. So it's completely awesome.
What do you think about Caleb Williams, Heidi? What do you think he's going to have? What do you think about him from last year, and how good of a year do you think he's going to have this year?
I think he has been progressing a lot. Yeah, and there's still a lot to see, and he has much to prove. But I don't like the haters. I don't know why people want a rookie to be plug and play and get instant gratification. He needs time and he needs coaching. But as long as we see progress, I'm going to be okay with that. And he looks better. He looks more composed and he looks more confident. And of course, it's obvious that he loves this coach and the team that has been built around him. So I'm very positive. I like him. I agree. So I'm not a hater.
Heidi, we're coming up in a tight division this year with the Vikings and the Packers, and Green Bay, of course, is always our sworn enemy that we always want to kill every year. How do you feel we're going to do in our division this year versus J.J. McCarthy and the Vikings and Jared Goff and the Lions and, of course, Jordan Love, the Packers? I mean, NFC North, one of the toughest divisions in the NFL, in my opinion.
Exactly. I mean, every team has something. Vikings, J.J. McCarthy is still a rookie, so he hasn't played yet. So I think we could be even with them in some parts. Packers, I think the Packers could be the best team this time because they've been working a lot together. So I'm not so sure about Jordan Love. I don't know if this is my heart talking, but I don't.
We never want to be sure about a Green Bay quarterback, Heidi.
Exactly. I don't think he's as good as that diva or
we should have beat him twice last year. We beat him once. We should have beat him twice last year.
Yeah, we should have, and we were close. So I don't think it's going to be that difficult. But I don't want to be the fan that says yes, we're going to beat them every time, and we're going to be first place in the NFC North, because we're a new team and we have a new head coach. So it's. But it happened back with Nagy, and we won 14 games, so it could be possible. But and I also think that Vikings could, if JJ McCarthy is as good as he could be, they could be a good one. And of course, Lions. I don't know about the Lions because they have a great team, but their coordinators are gone, so most of them
their best player, which is Ben Johnson, and then their other coach went to go coach the Commanders. Where did he go to?
No,
I feel like every year I can't even keep track anymore, man. It's like multiple. It's like
Jets, maybe. I don't remember. Yeah, I feel like it was the Jets, but
so I don't know. I it's too difficult for me to predict an outcome. I just hope we do better than last year. That's all.
That's all any Bears fan can hope for. Alberta was asking what the name of the podcast is. Chicago Bear Girls Podcast, correct?
Yes, I think it's. I put it down there. It's _ Bear Girls. Those are, yes. You can find us on Instagram and on Twitter.
Well, we'll be sure to post that on the page after the show tonight, so everyone knows where to find you at. Okay.
And we always put the links to our streamings there.
I love it. I love it. Well, Heidi, I appreciate you coming on the show tonight, sweetie. You've been an absolute gem. We're going to be checking out the Chicago Bear Girls podcast stuff here. So I'm looking forward to any updated content you're going to be doing there. Looks like both of the starters are going to be playing on Sunday. KC and the Bears has been announced already. So we'll be seeing some, hopefully more good starting players going against the Chiefs on Sunday as we get ready for the regular season.
Yeah, and I think that that first quarter, if both starters play, it's going to be very interesting. That's going to give us an idea.
Yeah, let's see what our starters look against the first string defense on Friday.
Exactly.
Friday Night Lights, baby. We got Friday Night Lights this week. Yes. So, right, Heidi. Well, I appreciate you coming on, sweetheart. You have a great rest of your night, and as always, go Bears. Okay.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
You're great, guys. I hope you have you one day on our show.
Oh, thank you. You let me know. We're going to do it, okay?
Thank you so much. And yes,
have a good night. Thank you.
Bears.
All right. I just want the regular season to come, so we have so much more to talk about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're scraping at preseason time.
I'm not going to extend the episode. We're only at 30 minutes, but it's like, dude, there's not much to talk about, unfortunately. I mean, we'll be able to talk about some cuts and everything coming up after next week, going into the regular season. And then, like we were talking about, Chiefs versus Bears on Friday. Starters are going to be playing against starters. So, as happy as I was with that first drive on Sunday, I really want to see what our starting offense looks like against the starting defense. Mm-hmm. And the Chiefs is a good test, man. I mean, they're an AFC powerhouse, playoff championship
Super
team,
Bowl contender,
every single year. So it'll be a good test. Dennis, what's going on, brother? Good to see you, sir. Bear down, sir. Bear down. I gotta get through the comments more. I don't get through the comments enough, my friend. All right, guys. I appreciate everyone watching this show. You guys are the absolute best. Every episode is going to be streaming live 24/7 whenever you want on the First Time with Foz YouTube page. All shows streaming live always on the Chicago Bears Fan Forever Facebook page. We're going to be taking a break next week between the preseason and the regular season. And we're going to be coming back strong before Monday Night Football. We'll be back Tuesday, September 2nd with the home opener, Vikings Monday Night Football. Going to have special guest Michael Paul. You guys know him better as Sir Riptide. Humongous Vikings fan. Super happy to be having him on the show. So I appreciate you guys tuning in as always. Be sure to like, comment, share the episode whenever it's done. And then as always, bear down Bears fans. Bears.
Thank you, and go Bears!
Bear down!
In the city of the Bears, where legends are born, Foz and the crew, they break the norm. Follow the highs and the lows that we ride. First and 10's the passion, so come on, let's vibe.